Afternoon, you amazing people. What a day today. 32 degrees earlier on. It's a bit cooler now, thankfully. 27, 28. First outing with the new Shimano XTR drivetrain, the Di2. So if you were like me, I always wanted to, not always, but certainly the last 6 months I wanted to switch over to wireless. Not for performance or anything like that really, it's just the convenience. Don't have to play about with cables, cleaner cockpit, don't have to readjust the barrels to sort out the shifts. I was always doing that every now and then with the old Shimano XT that I had on here, which to be fair were bulletproof, were amazing. But to jump onto a SRAM GX setup, T-type, it was just too much for me in terms of the things I needed to change. New chainring, new free hub, all that kind of stuff. It was just a lot of money. And the great thing about this Di2 is if you've already got Shimano cassettes, you know, the Hyperglide Plus, it's all backwards compatible. So all I've literally got on here now is the shifter and the rear mech, and everything else is what I've had before. And that's it, and I'm fully wireless. Anywho, let's warm up with some jumps and then we'll hit the trails. Right, let's warm up with some jumps. So I've changed my handlebar. Same as what I had before, 1-ups, aluminium, but rather than running 750, this is 780, it's been trimmed down to 780, but it's also a lower rise. Want to try a different bar, just see if I can get less arm pump, but also the carpal tunnel that I get. A few guys suggested this, so I'll give it a go, see how it feels on the trails. Yeah. It actually feels different on the jumps because I'm more, I don't know, feels a bit different in a good way. Could just be in my head, might be imagining it. Let's warm up on the old fundamentals. Do some drops. Be naughty, Adam. Ooh, last run of the day, and then we'll just hit the trails. So here's the Mech. That's the XTR. Mounted onto my Trek Rail Plus Hydro 2 hubs, XTR brake set, and also the XTR shifter. If you've got an existing Shimano setup, Shimano Hyperglide setup that is, and you want to go wireless, what I would recommend is look at the XT or the Deal, which is pretty much the same performance as this. It's not as light, but would that matter for the vast majority? Probably not. And you get pretty much 99% of the performance. And all you would change is literally the shifter and the rear mech. You could use your existing chainring, existing cassette, existing chain. Now that, for a lot of people, is an easier upgrade than completely canning all of that and going down the SRAM route. Because then you're looking at a new free hub, new cassette, chainring, chain, mech and shifter, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I've never driven the T-type, so I can't really compare it to that. But in terms of what it feels like, it just feels like an XT or an XTR cabled mech. Pretty much the same, except it's wireless. So you don't need to worry about adjusting the barrel when you're out in the trail and you've got a bit of stretch cable and all that kind of stuff, and tweaking it, getting those shifts correct and clicking noises, all that sort of stuff that you'd normally get with a manual, a cabled rear mech. So you don't need to worry about any of that sort of stuff. So yeah, so far so good. Let's get back on the trails. Absolutely beautiful weather for it. Nice and cool, dry. Let's do a non-scientific shift test. So I'm in the lowest gear, gear 12, and we'll just shift down the cassette. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's not bad. Again, feels like the same as the XT, but wireless, which isn't really a bad thing because the XT is a phenomenal mech. So, how does it feel? It feels a lot like the XT. I know I keep saying this, but it just feels exactly like the XT, the M8120, which isn't a bad thing, because when it comes to wide mechs, I think the XT is probably the best out there. The XT, XTR are just fantastic systems, wide systems, and this to be like that is a good thing. If you want to be shifting under load, like I've said before, you want to be cranking through on an e-bike, powering uphill, shifting gears and whatnot, then Link Glide is probably what you need, which Shimano already offer at a really, really cheap price. If you check them out, they're half the price of a normal XT system. But they also offer it in the Di2. They offer Link Glide now. I think it's an 11-speed system. But again, for me to hop onto that, it's just too much money. And I'm not one that's shifting up hills and dropping down gears and setting lap times and whatnot. So for me, the 12-speed system makes a lot of sense, and the fact that I've already invested in it and a few upgrades gets me to a top-end wireless makes sense for me. But that might not be the case for everyone out there, and I understand that. But if you've already made your mind up and you want wireless, and you've got a Shimano XT, XTR Di2 12-speed system, then genuinely I would say consider the new XT or the new Di2 or even the XTR Di2, because all you need is a shifter and a rear mech and away you go. But the mech itself, if it gets a knock, it does come back out into position. Yeah, so definitely consider it if you're looking for a wireless system and you're already running Shimano 12-speed, because so far it's been faultless for me on these trails. How was it? Did you enjoy that? Hold on. Hold on, little man. Is that the first time here for you? How's your tyre? Is it holding up? Yeah? Let's continue there. I don't know if they've opened it up now.
Yeah, we did that. I took the dog round that.
Oh wow, okay, they have, yeah.
We're going to go on through back then.
Might as well hit it, mate. It's the last one. Well done, mate. Have a nice one. You take care. See you later, dude. for that kid. He had a rear puncture. Thankfully I had my tubeless repair kit and a couple of canisters of CO2. First time I've actually used that out here in the wild. It's a nice test because it worked.